We are grateful. The compact is renewed.
Stay out of our alienage.
We're not going to be mobbed,
You too
right?
good to
That's
listen
not
to
something
elves?
elves do here.
What do you
Mob
want?
people.
Money?
Money? You think you can buy us? You think we're someone's coming?
Thanks for running those thugs off. I thought they were gonna kill me. I knew I shouldn't have cut through here. Bloody knife ears.
It's you. Come in. I didn't thank you before, did I? I wish I could give you something. Everything I owned was lost to looters after the purge. Not that I had anything valuable to begin with. Being stupid and hot-headed. The old Earl's son ruined my wedding. A few of us went to take back what he stole from us. I got captured. I suppose I got off easy in a way. I lived. Miss Terrenhau's purge and the plague both. Lucky me. I guess the plague's been pretty bad. I've seen a few sick people myself, but by the time I got here, it seemed to be under control. There are mages from Tevinter here helping to treat it. But there's something odd going on, though. My cousin Shiani could tell you more. You can't miss her. Just look for the angriest woman in the alienage. I guess so. I'd expect Templars here otherwise. I don't know. You can only find out for certain if it doesn't work. And no one wants to put it to a serious test. Between the Civil War and Ostagar, the city doesn't have enough soldiers left to seal the alienage. And only elves and refugees have gotten sick. I'm sure that if anyone important gets the plague, the alienage will burn. I guess the plague's been pretty bad. I've seen a few sick people myself, but by the time I got here, it seemed to be under control. There are mages from Tevinter here helping to treat it. But there's something odd going on, though. My cousin Shiani could tell you more. You can't. I know you've already done a lot for me, but I have to ask. Could you talk to Shiani? Please. I don't know what's going on here, but I know she's in over her head. Really? I don't know what to say. Thank you. Make her bless you.
Spare a silver for a war veteran? Ostagar. Darkspawn took off half my foot. Oh, you're too kind, sir. Andraste's blessings to you.
Now that is a big tree. I wonder if the children get to climb it.
I am done.
How can you be here? How many of our brothers and sisters and children have these men already taken? How do you even know they're working magic?
Is someone there? Maker's blessing to you, child. Be not afraid. I still have some sight to see you by. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Sir Otto. I am a Templar. I lost my sight in a battle with a powerful Maleficar. He called flame from the air and burned my face. The scars have healed, but my sight will never recover. Don't be. Many of my brethren died in that battle. We'd heard rumors that there's an enclave of Maleficarum hidden in the alienage. I have found no evidence of Maleficarum in the alienage. However, there is something else. This place, it's scarred like me. When I came here, I immediately could feel an air of hopelessness, despair. But over time, I felt the wrongness runs far deeper than that. I don't know, but the feeling of wrongness never wanes. And so I attempt to puzzle it out. I don't suppose I could impose upon you. It took patience, but some elves opened up to me, and I've heard their sad tales. But I found no real evidence to support my fears. Ears alone have done all they can. I was hoping you could be my eyes. Look around the alienage for anything out of the ordinary. None. I thank you for humoring me on this. If I am wrong, I will rightly feel the fool. You seem capable. I have hope that you will find what I seek. Mako watch over you, child.
There's nobody to play with me.
Myra, is that you? Myra, where are you?
Didn't the wedding teach you people anything? Nobody is coming here to help us.
I've got children at home. I can't wait out here for another day.
So go home. The best thing you can do for your children is not trust these charlatans.
Everyone remain calm. We will help as many as we can today, so long as we can do this in an orderly fashion.
Oh, you're helping us, are you, Shem? Like Valendrian and my uncle Syrian, you helped them, didn't you? Help them never to be seen again.
We've explained this to you before, girl. More whining will not persuade us to let you into the quarantine to carry plague back out to the alienage.
Quit trying to get us all killed, Shiani. Some of us have still got things to live for.
If this spell of theirs works, why are half the people they quarantine perfectly healthy? What's wrong, Shem? Did you get bored and decide to come watch the elves die of plague? Wait. Sora's told me about you. You're the one who freed him from the dungeons. These foreigners say they're here to help with our outbreak of plague. Funny thing, though. All the people they help disappear.
That's not true, and you know it, Shiani. Both my sisters got the Tevinter spell cast on them, and they're fine.
Where's your niece, then? And my uncle Syrian? And Valendrian? Those mages say they're from a circle, just from another land. I have no idea if they're telling the truth, or if anyone cares. These foreigners have taken dozens of elves into that house over the last few weeks, and none of them have been seen again. One of them was our Haran, Valendrian. And I don't know what we're going to do if we don't get him back. He's the elder, the person who guides us. Maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but it's important to us. Why not? The Tevinter magic is supposed to protect us from the plague, so why can't one of us go in and see Valendrian? You can try. Those guards mean business.
It is over. Finished.
The house has eyes. But Grandma called.
No, you can't go inside just for a moment. So you might as well walk right back around to the front doors. You shouldn't be out on the streets now anyway. What with the plague? You do that. Who's there? Stay away! I don't know. You gotta ask someone else. Nothing is going on. Everything's fine. You can't bully anything out of me. Nothing you can do is worse than being the only one left. Because the Maker thinks it's funny? They think I'm useless. Everyone does. Crazy, pathetic, drunk, not even good enough to dirty someone's blade. It took everyone else, even the old ones, the little children. Took them right out of their beds, dragged them down the hallways. Maker, the little one's crying. I saw him. They marched him through the hall with a bunch of others, all tied together like pack mules. Through the landlord's old office. They go in there, they never come back. Every few days, they come back. It's like a parade, a silent one. Men and women and children. You have to go. They'll be back soon. They'll find out I talked and they'll take me too. Please, just go.
The task is finished. What now? More enemies
Why
ahead.
always attracting
Stuck
danger?
your nose in here, Shem.
As you say. I shall do it. Watch out!
Let's make this quick!
Come and get it!
I am done. Finished. It is over.
What's this? Another shipment already? We weren't... Wait, you're no Tevinter. Who are you supposed to be? Quick, get them, hurry!
We
are
might
not
want to walk
alone.
softly here.
Really not alone.
It shall be done. It is begun.
Let's make this quick!
As you say. Foolish! I shall do it. Don't give them the advantage. Very well.
What is the meaning of this? We were told that there would be no interference from the authorities. You simply fought your way in here to ask questions, did you? You will regret this, you know. Believe it or not, we have been given dispensation to do our business here. You Fereldans talk a great deal about how very wrong slavery is, But isn't it funny how quickly the smell of gold overcomes such ideals? And I intend to see you pay for the damage you've already done, in blood.
Be wary. Come, let us end this.
You smell great. This is death you're wearing. It really suits you.
I never liked this part.
I shall do it. Quickly, we must fight!
Defend yourself.
It is begun.
Let's grab some glory.
Foolish! Very well. If we must fight, let us do it quickly. Quickly, we must fight!
Damn you.
Good, another down. I must maintain. As you say. More enemies ahead.
Watch out.
I shall do it. It shall be done. I shall do it. As you say. More the fools they! Very well.
Down you go.
It shall be done.
Got it.
As you say. That should not have taken as long as it did. The task is finished.
I am Caladrius, and you, I assume, must be the Grey Warden I've heard so much about. What I want is for my business here to be concluded smoothly. If that requires that you and I come to some terms, then so be it. Are you certain you wish to commit such rash action, Grey Warden? Look around you. Surely we can reach some kind of compromise. Pity. Looks as if we shall have to settle this the hard way, then. My apologies.
Very well. It is begun. I shall do it. Our skill has won the day. Have you no concern for your own existence? Yes. It shall be done. Very well.
A blood sacrifice for power! Enough! Enough! It seems your reputation
is an accurate one. I surrender. Wait! Hear me out, kind sir. Were I to use the life force of the remaining slaves here, I could augment your physical health a great deal. Allow me to leave this place alive, and I would be more than happy to do this little service for you. So, is my offer of interest to you, yes? Then, I don't suppose you would consider just letting me go? Ah. Well, that is a shame, isn't it?
It has begun. As you say.
You don't look like a Tevinter. Not that it means much. Are you one of them? What happens to us now? Shiani? Did she send you here? Praise the Maker! We will not trespass long on your good graces. Come, everyone, let's go home.
It is over.
I'm sorry if I was rude to you before. Andraste's ass, you'd think I'd learned some social graces. Anyway, what I mean by all this is... thank you.
Think again.
So what do you think will happen to all those people we left behind in Lothering?
Some of them will find their way to Denerim. Many will die, as the Maker wills.
Don't you wish you could have stayed there? To help more people, I mean.
If the Blight isn't stopped, everyone will die. This is the greater good we're serving, both of us, right here.
So it's all right to let some people die for the greater good? I'm not so sure about that. I felt bad leaving all those people there, all panicked and helpless.
You're doing what you must, Alistair. There will be worse to come yet. You will need to steel yourself. You know this.
I've never been very good at that. The steeling myself part. I find it better sometimes to just be a little weak. I'm all right with that, really.
I don't believe you. And either way, it's not as if any of us has a choice.
Look who's here. I heard all about what you did to those Tevinters. Nice work.
Of course, just keep it quiet.
Yes. Very well.
Ah, it's you. Welcome. Please, come in. Tell me, how is Duncan? He's been a friend of mine for many years, yes. From the look on your face, I take it the news is bad. I am sorry to hear that. I knew that the Warden suffered great losses at Ostagar, but a few escaped. I had hoped Duncan might be one of them. We've been through outbreaks of pestilence during the war with Orlais. We'll endure. I doubt very much now that the Tevinter intervention would have helped us anyway. He came here, now and then, to look for potential recruits. Perhaps that seems strange to you, but Duncan was a man who knew that talent could emerge in the most unlikely places. Please, take this. Duncan gave it to me years ago. I suspect you'll put it to better use than I would.
Oh, it's good to see you again, friend. You were so generous to me before, and these are other veterans.
I'm an orphan.
Oh, and an orphan. Please, my lord, can you spare some coin? I am insulted. A veteran campaigner, am I? And Oli is as bereft of parents as anyone's ever been.
My mom is especially dead.
No need to mention that, Oli. Will you help us? Ah, can't blame a fellow for asking, eh? Well, let's go, Oli.
You're not one of the bad men, are you? I just want to make Grandma happy. The housemen. They came the night of shouting. All of us orphans were in there. Then the blood. Oh, the blood. Still bleeding. Poor animals. Poor us. So many died. So many. The orphanage is all dead now. The dogs hear the bad men too. They make the dogs so confused, so angry. Poor little pups barking at the noise. Make them stop. Never met her, but she protected me. But I lost her amulet. Grandma, make the voices go away. Everything and nothing. They thirst for blood. More blood. The bad men in the house. No, sir. No, sir, indeed. Don't go into the orphanage. The bad men will take you too.
What have you found? There's been no fighting in the alienage recently, which means the blood is not congealing. I suppose there could be some explanation for it. That's by the orphanage, right? A sad place. Did you find anything else? The riot took its toll not only on the body, but on the mind as well. I know of whom you speak, although she opened up more to you than me. One odd thing I am willing to believe, but two is no coincidence. Let's head to the orphanage. Both of your clues were near there. I'm sure your friends can keep me safe. I have faith in you. Let us proceed. The feeling is intense here. This is the right place. I know not if it's the work of the Maleficarum, but there is definitely evil here. You go first. I will follow.
Sir Willem, Sir Willem. I'm a fallen Sir Willem, Sir Willem today. I'm a maiden, Sir Willem, Sir Willem. But I'm dying, Sir Willem, Sir Willem, in pain. No.
No, I cannot. Impossible. These
I wish we
creatures
didn't
have no
to
true
fight
reason to
all
fight us.
creatures.
Enough! By the Maker! Ashkos Sehisa! Come, let us end this!
Very red. I can't die. I will never die.
One, two, marks run through. 3, 4, the kingdoms I wore. 8, 9, and now you die.
Very well. It is begun. Away with you! It shall be done.
All right, let's go!
It is done.
What now? Very well. Damn you!
Children.
It shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun. As you say.
Rusty, I don't want to go yet. Please. It's so cold now. So cold.
I am done. Finished. Very well. Let's be wary! It shall be done. I shall do it. Come, let us end this! Enemies approaching. It shall be done.
You asked for it.
Very well.
All right, that's it.
I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say.
Like to taste steel.
Leave me alone. Just go. The voices will protect me. They will.
Very well. As you say. Foolish! I am done.
The bad men, they are quiet. They call for blood no more. It's my grandmother's. You found it, sir. May I have it? I feel like a mist is leaving. Oh, thank you, sir. I have to live my life.
Have you heard the news about How?
Everyone in the city has. Brylan must be pleased.
That half-blood is as cold as the mountains. Did they not serve together in the war?
Oh, I can hardly speak ill of the sense or conscience of any man simply for wishing Rendon Howe dead. You've met him. The man made vipers seem personable.
Well, I didn't say I was shedding any tears over his passing. He never was any friend of mine.
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Koosland. I owe you his life. Oswin is my only son. You may ask any reward it is in my power to find. Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Banorn. I'll speak with her about this at once. Was that your daughter I saw in the market, Ryland?
May I help you? This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head. Loghain? What does my brother have to do with him? A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Koosland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tairneer as well.
Probably. Hey, bro. Has done nothing since we've arrived except spend coin on herself. If we stay in Denery much longer.
The captain sends his regards.
How old is she now? 15?
Is that the number that represents?
Be careful with that package, you lazy slut. It's worth more than you'll make in 10 years.
As there is but one world, one life.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
What, no mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
If there's anything, I'm sure.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it. There was a time that would have given me great relief. Now I'm not so sure. But I'm a Grey Warden first. And if I get to stay a Grey Warden, I'll take it. Let Honora be queen. I guess all we need to do is stop her father from taking the throne first, right? Right you are. We have to convince everyone there are monsters that need fighting. Who would have thought? Ask away. Of course.
Yes, it is good to have my sword at my side again. I call her Asala, the soul, my soul. She is forged from rare blue steel and has served me faithfully for many years. Yes, you understand what it is like to have a weapon that is part of you. Few others do.
I heard about you and the Queen. Do you love her? Yes, I suppose you would. She is very beautiful, isn't she? Then it is the best thing for Ferelden for me to let you go. I accept that. I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you? Of course. Don't apologize. It is something you felt you needed to do. I cannot question that. And life goes on, yes? I will be all right. Come, let's move on.
What is your wish, Kadan? I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. As you wish.
Indeed.
Indeed.
You have coin. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Of course.
I'm only asking. Right.
Indeed.
Have you seen my lunch? It is. I'm only at. Right.
At last, the rightful king is on the throne. I'll take your...
You're back. You got more business for me? Of course.
neighbor fled the city yesterday. Thinking of going myself.
Where to? They'll stop those darkspawn soon.
If there's anything, I'm sure.
Indeed.
What?
Surely there are better uses for our time.
News of the hour. Balin is king. Future of Orzammar.
Any luck, Warden? She doesn't have much time. There's nothing I can do but wait. It's all but inevitable. She'll be up and around in no time, thanks to you.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont take to the streets.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good. I'm sure.
Why, thank you so much.
You have my thanks.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Very nice indeed.
You and your friends are formidable folk. I'm sure.
Very nice indeed. I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
Are you sure I can't interest you? I'm...
Interesting. 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 Interesting.
If there's anything I can do, I'm sure.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
If there's anything I can do, I'm sure.
Interesting. Interesting. What do you want?
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them. Good, of course. It doesn't want to have anything in common with all those other filthy substandard human types, does it? Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings? Oh, then that must be it. I knew there had to be some reason, it being a human and all. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything.
humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless. It is quite welcome. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought. It has occurred to me that I have been... Excuse me. This is not easy. It occurs to me that I have been less than charitable with it since it reanimated me. I have come to realize that it has been good to me. You have been good to me, even though you had no control rod to enforce obedience. I have never had one before, so I don't know how to thank you for being, you know. That too. I followed you expecting to find answers to my questions, but I think I have found something better. Oh, let us not speak of this awkward bonding moment ever again. To the road. I am listening. I am listening. It doesn't have better...
What is your wish, Kadan? As you wish.
Ask away.
I know that look. You have something on your mind. Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, there you are. I was about to send out a search party. I've been hearing of a great commotion in the alienage. What exactly happened there? Make her forgive me. I should be appalled that such a thing could exist here. But I'm overjoyed you can implicate Loghain. We must end the civil war quickly. What the Blight does not corrupt in this land, politics surely will. The last of our allies have arrived in the city. We cannot delay any longer. I will call for the Landsmeet to convene. Bring Alistair and join me at the palace as soon as you are ready, Warden.
Good luck to you in the Landsmeet.
Very well.
Yes.
indeed.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings.
Ah! Here we have the puppeteer.
Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The south is fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, can we really expect them to simply return from whence they came? Oh, do continue. The Landsmeet hungers to hear the tactical analysis of Ostagar from a spoiled child. You goaded him into making that charge. He believed the tales, Warden. He thought your handful of men would turn the tide for him. Strategy and consequences be hanged. What would you have me do? Kaelin's was not the only life in my hands. Should I have sacrificed the entire army for his mistake? Do not imagine that you can shame me with Kaelin's death. He was Marik's son, my king. No one regrets his loss more than I do. By all means, let us speak of Anora, Warden, for this is a matter close to my own heart. What have you done with my daughter? You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this.
My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
The Warden! I'm with the Warden. Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden! The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once, before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me? Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough! Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion? It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself.
I shall do it. Best be wary!
I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kaelin, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait, there is another option. The Teyrn is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining. What does loyalty matter? We are what we are. The joining binds us to the Darkspawn. You know this. If you were to forswear your oath and flee today, you'd find yourself in the deep roads, or the Blight lands given time. You'd seek them out, or they'd seek you.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you. How can we simply forget that? Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't! Some things can't be undone or forgiven. This goes way beyond having spotless honor. We aren't talking about a minor hiccup in his past. I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him. My husband, the king consort, the general of my armies, and the hero who will save Ferelden from this blight.
You're siding with her? How could you do this to me? You, of all people. I did once. You're the one who convinced me differently, if you recall. You said I should stand up for myself. Well, I'm standing. Here I am. Make me king, not her. Being a good king is about more than the right breeding. And I thought we were friends. I guess I was wrong. Here's my decision, then. I'm no longer a Grey Warden. I'm leaving.
I'm afraid it's not so simple as that, Alistair.
You already got what you wanted. Your murdering father gets a place amongst the Grey Wardens. What else could you want from me?
Your life, unfortunately. So long as you live, rebellions can be raised in your name. Our land cannot endure another civil war. I must call for your execution. This is what you would ask? Very well. Though I think it a mistake. Alistair, you may leave on condition that you swear before this landsmeet that you renounce all claim to the throne for yourself and all your heirs.
That's what it'll take, huh? Fine. I don't want anything to do with this place or any of you people. Ever. I swear it. Time for me to go. Good luck. You'll need it if he actually survives the joining. I have no place here any longer. Not in Ferelden, not with the Grey Wardens, not by you. Goodbye.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a blight to defeat and armies to gather, and I appoint this man to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces and await the King Consort's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the Taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
I understand.
So it's done. My father lives, and for good or ill, he is now a Grey Warden. Thank you for giving him the opportunity to undergo the ritual. It couldn't have been easy. He does indeed. You kept your end of the deal. I will keep mine. The engagement will be announced at my coronation, provided you are still interested. Not at all. I simply wish to ensure your ambitions haven't changed. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe, and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions, and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united for Eldenwarden. Now we face the Blight.
Let's not spend more time here than we must.
Indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Dwarven... Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like? Every... Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
Did you want something? Hate doesn't describe it. I've seen painted, masked lords beat an old farmer to death with riding crops. To this day, I don't know why. Is that hate? I saw good, sensible men fight armored chevaliers with nothing. No weapons, no armies, not even hope of success to see the occupation end. Is that hate? The past is always with us. It's in our bones and our blood, and we wear it on our skin. You can think otherwise, but you'll never get far without it. No, it doesn't. I failed. Lives were in my hands, and I failed. Nothing excuses that. In any case, there's no use discussing this. We have much work left to do. Very well, then. Honora always did have a flair for the dramatic. She could have been a bard. It's a foolish question. I'm sure you think me capable of every sort of evil, but Honora is my only child. Is that a serious question? Is there someone else you know of who could stand up to the Landsmeet? But enough about Honora. We ought to get moving. Very well, then. So far as anyone could tell, she was the undisputed monarch of the whole world. She'd fall, skin her knees, and command them to stop stinging. It may have worked, too. If you didn't already expect that, I've no idea what to say to you. If you're expecting some particular insight into my daughter's character, I'm afraid I'm probably not the best source. I'm hardly impartial. I think you already know the answer to that. But this is not really the time or place to discuss my daughter. We have work to do. Very well, then. He was my friend. If he'd wanted to conquer the Fade, I would have led the charge. There are men who inspire such devotion that everyone around would lay down their lives for him. And there are men who would come and go from this world, and no one notes it. What makes them so? Your guess is as good as mine. Merrick was remarkable. That's all I can say of him. I was hunting, well, poaching, to be entirely honest, when a boy my own age came stumbling out of the woods. He was so dirty, you'd have thought he'd been dug up out of the ground. Every Ferelden was a poacher or a thief, as far as the Orlesians were concerned. He was bloody, exhausted, and obviously being hunted. I offered to take him to my father's camp. That's a story for another time, I'm afraid. I've gone on too long as it is. He nearly did. Merrick was never one to avoid his duty, and given his preference, he would have acknowledged his son no matter the circumstance. But he had more than his honor to think of. It would have ruined Rowan, after all. She'd be reduced to a concubine in the eyes of our neighbors and put Caelan's status as heir in question. So Merrick made the hard choice. Eamon offered to raise the boy, and that was that. I was turned by then, and a general. You can buy respect through birth or by bloodshed, I've found. But we've been idle long enough. We should get moving. Very well, then. I suppose that depends on how much of the kingdom was left by then. Once the border was secure, the army would have regrouped to push back the Darkspawn in the south. It's easy to say now. When chevaliers were massing on our doorstep, things were a little less clear. In any case, there's no use discussing this. We have much work left to do. Very well, then. Of course.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over. Foul and
I passed your test. Fate has a twisted sense of humor, it seems. I suppose you think I'm some sort of monster. More so since I survived your ritual. You keep striking at me, and I just refuse to die decently. Ah, now there's the venom I expected. Well, is that it? Surely you've more to say to me than that. Go on, try out all the curses and insults you know. I'll teach you some new ones if they don't suffice. Do you honestly think that among all my crimes, that is the one that keeps me awake at night? The plight of a few dozen elves, in the face of all the hundreds who died at Ostagar, the countless others fighting the civil war that followed, seems irrelevant. And because you stopped it, the army we have to face the Blight is a third the size it should be. And many more elves wait in the alienage, defenseless for the Darkspawn to reach them. Which fate is worse, I wonder, to live as a slave, or to die without hope in the alienage? But the truth of things hardly matters now. You've won. You can decide whatever you like about my guilt. And now what? Am I to be some trophy of your victory? The defeated enemy you drag about on a leash wherever you go? Or have you some worse fate in mind for me? Yes, well, you can thank me for that later. I don't know what concession you want from me, Warden. I expect my word will not satisfy you. I assure you, it's foremost on my mind. I think it's time we got to the point here. What do you want from me? My execution was all but arranged. If you'd wanted me dead, you could have had your wish at the Landsmeet. I assume, then, that you have something else in mind. Your candor, Warden, is inspiring. Let me follow your example. You and I have been adversaries for some time, and I don't expect that to change now. Despite what we each wanted, we're both here now facing the same enemy, and we can be of use to one another, however little we may enjoy that fact. I never doubted that. We should speak no more of this at present. Time's wasting. Did you want something? Of course. I'm surprised. Thank you. Thanks. 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 I suppose I shouldn't be surprised at your success. You beat me. Perhaps you can do this after all. It hardly matters now. I've certainly been mistaken about you before. Do you want something? I suppose I have a moment. Honora is a good queen. She has been for 5 years now. Whatever she might think, I never took power from Honora. She may have felt threatened, but I most pointedly did not remove her from the throne. In all seriousness, Honora is formidable. You should know that by now. I'm not a seer. If I could predict the future, I wouldn't be here now. Honora is strong enough to endure. She may make a few mistakes along the way, but she'll survive them. But this isn't the time to discuss such things. By all means. Of course. Do you want something? Of course.
Ah, I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, the Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Indeed.
Yes.
What can I do for you, Warden? Sir?
You have coin, stranger? With fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
It's you! The Grey Warden! Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me. Just a few hours ago, not that long after everyone was evacuated to the castle, I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Don't fall asleep, we've got trouble.
It has begun. Very well. As you say. It shall be done. I shall do it. Get off! First. It has begun. As you say. I shall do it. It shall be done. The Darkspawn have sensed us. Very well. I shall do it. As you say. I shall do it. It is begun. It shall be done. It is begun. I shall do it. It is done. As you say. As you say. Watch out! I shall do it. I shall do it.
What is your wish, Kadan? As you wish.
The
Wonderful.
Darkspawn have sensed us.
More Darkspawn.
It has begun. It shall be done. I shall do it. As you say. It shall be. As you say. It has begun. Get off! I shall do it.
My lord, you're here. Thank goodness. They are both inside with Riordan of the Grey Wardens, who arrived this morning, just ahead of the Darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked. I should take you to the hall right away, my lord. They'll be waiting for you there.
It's a relief to see you unharmed, and you as well, Logain.
Yes, what a pleasure to see you again.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
How certain are we that this is good information?
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain. There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Maker preserve us.
And we won't be able to reach Denerim within 2 days.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army collected here gives you the chance you need. Arleman, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak, Your Majesty.
Then give the order. The longer we delay, the longer Denerim will be at the mercy of the Horde.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
Excellent.
Then if you and Logain could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it. I apologize, but there are urgent matters I must deal with. Please seek me out another time. He is angry, Warden, and rightfully so. He has left, and I know not to where. I will try to contact him again once all of this is done, but I am not confident that he will change his mind and return. Perhaps that is for the best. There are those who would seek to use him, as Honora suggested. I feel sorry for the lad. We have sent messengers to Orlais. With any luck, the Empress will send us help within a week. I think it entirely possible, however, that she has written Ferelden off as a lost cause already, and will seek to defend her empire first. Perhaps the Grey Wardens of Orlais will be able to march and reach us in time. We should not rely on their arrival, even so.
And now Denerim is under assault by the Darkspawn. The death toll will be staggering. I wish you luck, Grey Warden, for all our sakes.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men, or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no.
House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about. Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly.
They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar.
Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arse thinking that got us into the mess after Endrin passed.
It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more. Resting? Who can rest after the march we had just getting here? You tall races have it so easy.
That, and we're kept up thinking about the coming battle.
Are things truly that desperate? Do we stand a chance of losing? I hope you're right. Under the open sky is a terrible place to consider dying, that's for sure.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
I am listening.
What is your wish, Kadan? As you wish.
If there's anything I can do for... I'm...
What now?
Let's see what this Riordan has to say.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
It is indeed. I, for one, am most intrigued to hear this.
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
The Grey Warden that kills the Archdemon perishes.
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way. It warms my heart to see such courage, but do not hurry so to sacrifice your life. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
Then this will be dealt with soon. One way or the other.
So it will. Let us hope it ends for the better.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I. Quite the opposite, in fact. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. And what if you find yourself facing the dreaded Archdemon alone come the battle? Will you still feel the same then? All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more. You are a fool. I will not stand by and watch you waste this opportunity. Die if you feel it is worthwhile, or be overshadowed. I care not. And I have done nothing for you. I have offered you nothing. Do not speak to me of gratitude. Fare you well, Grey Warden. Should you live past the morrow, seek me out at your own peril.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. This man beside me is a native of Ferelden, now risen to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. He is proof that glory is within reach of us all. He has survived despite the odds, and without him, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim! Today, we avenge the death of my husband, your King Canon! But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice! For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
Darkspawn! Very well. It is begun. Very well. As you say. Very well. It is begun. I shall do it. It shall be done. It is begun. As you say. Enough. Very well. It is begun.
Now make us name!
Good, another down. I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. It shall be done.
Let's make this quick.
Good, another down. It is begun.
Smashing time.
You will not win! Very well. It is begun.
This is a waste of time.
There, more of the fiends ahead.
Press forward!
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Loghain and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim and our tales. We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
You want to draw the dragon's attention, I take it?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you. Neither of them are near Fort Draken currently, but there are too many Darkspawn here to tell you more. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them? Do you have a preference?
As if I needed anyone else to help block the path. But have it your way.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
So the Archdemon is next, is it? Part of me is glad that it has decided to leave me here at the gate, but the other part is apprehensive. I would almost say that I feel concern for something other than myself, even maybe for a soft, squishy companion. But that would be silly, wouldn't it? I know. Please do not tell anyone. I doubt I could blush, but it would be so awkward. And, do try not to get swallowed whole. If the beast were to fly about afterwards and poop it out, irony would dictate that it would land on me. I couldn't take it. Well then, I suppose this is it. Have fun storming the castle.
Are you ready? The enemy waits. Shall we grant him the death he asks of us? This is my place. Whatever happens, I will not falter. We will take the field and stand together to see our enemy fall.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. We stand on the precipice before the greatest battle of our age. I wonder if the heroes of old ever felt like this. I am not afraid. We go to fight for a good cause, and there is nowhere else I would rather be. You are a dear, dear friend, and I will stand with you to whatever end. This day, we will forge a legend of our own.
Let's get this over with then. There is little time to waste.
Kill those godless bastards! We're counting on you, Warden!
Make her watch over you!
It shall be done. Must maintain. As you say. Away with you! It shall be done.
Come and get it!
It is begun. Quickly, we must fight! Now you fall! There is no glory in bloodshed!
Watch out!
Very well.
Let's make this quick!
Enough!
Be careful!
As you say. The Darkspawn have sensed us. I shall do it. Get off!
I'm Marek and the Maker!
It shall be done. As you say, I shall do it.
Brilliant!
It has begun. It shall be done.
Watch out! Katana!
It shall be done. It is begun.
Brilliant!
The Darkspawn have sensed us. It shall be done.
Right away.
Beware! A large group of Darkspawn have broken away from the battle! They're charging this way! They'll be here any minute!
Fine. All right. Pigeons! Just don't Very well. How many of these things must we wade through? I should do it. stink when you squish them. Very well. Yeah. I shall do it. Just don't bother me. Just don't bother me. If it must. I shall do it. Just don't order me. How many of these things must we wade through? Very well.
Hurrah! You did it! You did it! We defeated them!
Shall I send word that the gates are secured? Right away.
Wonderful. More darkspawn.
Very well. It has begun. As you say. There, more of the fiends ahead. It shall be done.
Watch out! Ashkos Nehisra!
As you say. Begun. begun. Fight, let us do it quick. Get off! As you say. Don't be a fool! As you say.
Yes.
Enough! Come and get it!
Look there, a cunning trap. There, more of the fiends ahead. As you say. Now you fall! It's a trap! Very well. I shall do it. It is begun. As you say. Very well. As you say. The
More
darkspawn have
darkspawn.
sensed us. It shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. It is begun.
Direct me.
Try to be merciful.
Look there, a cunning trap. As you say. More the fools they! It shall be done. Careful! As you say. I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. It shall be done.
It's not over!
Is that all you've got?
We must maintain. It shall be done, as you say. It is begun. Very well. It is begun. We must gain the advantage! It's a fine thing we've done! Very well. It shall be done. I shall do it. Shall be done. Shall be done. Very well. It's a trap! There, more of the fiends ahead. Don't give them the advantage! Shall we? Damn you! Very well. Shall we?
Here comes trouble!
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Best be wary! No caution. As you say. It shall be done.
Make him free!
Don't fall asleep, we've got trouble.
It's a trap. It has begun. The Darkspawn have sensed us. Shall we must maintain. It is begun. I shall do it. No! Terrible!
Go!
Here!
Speak.
Oh, lovely.
It is begun. Shall be done.
Here comes trouble!
Very well. I shall do it. Away with you! It's begun. Shall be done.
Nera Parasad!
Shall be done. Watch out! begun. It is begun. It is begun. Very well. As you say, it shall be
I never liked this part.
If we must fight, let us do it quickly. It shall be done. I go. We must gain the advantage! Very well, it shall be done. Away with you! I shall do it. As you say, I shall do it. Damn you! I will not fail. As you say, it is begun. I shall do it. Very well. If we must fight, let us do it quickly.
So, it is done. There's no need for you to take the final blow. Allow me. Isn't this why I'm here? Come, let's not fool each other. My joining the Grey Wardens was a death sentence. If I survived the joining, it seems only fitting that it can be because I was destined to perish here. But I have much to atone for. And if my death can serve some purpose here, then I would greet it gladly. I would have expected you to kill me for what I did to you, and yet you did not. I thought all along that only I could save Ferelden, but it was you. Please, I've done so much wrong. Allow me to do one last thing right.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen. The Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered here to pay our respects to the Grey Warden that saved us all. He gave his life to destroy the Blight, and that is a sacrifice we must never forget. It was no accident that he was there either. He was special, and each of us had our life touched by him in some way. Some of you were his friends and companions, some of you he helped. It was his word that put me on the throne, even though he barely knew me. I am grateful beyond measure. The Grey Wardens could not have asked for anyone finer. How does one properly honor someone like that? The Grey Wardens are building a magnificent tomb at Weishaupt, next to that of Garahel, but I believe more is required. Fergus Cousland, please step forward. We were very pleased to discover you alive. You were thought to have been killed at Ostagar.
I only wish I had recovered from my wounds sooner.
Fergus, the High Everlands are restored to you, in addition to the Amaranthine Arling that was Arl Howe's.
Your Majesty, I would like to give Amaranthine to the Grey Wardens.
I think that would be fitting. Let all know that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, and hopefully live up to this example. Friends, let us hope that he has gone on to a better place, and that he knows just how thankful we are for what he has done here. Now, we bid the hero of Ferelden farewell. He will be sorely missed.